Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series 60th Anniversary Beyond Amazing Spider-Man. We have the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows 2-pack of Spider-Man and Spinneret. This is the brand new Spider-Man body mold that has pinless elbows, toe articulation, pinless knees, which is great because no more red pins on the blue part of his costume and all of that. So very excited about this one. Spider-Man Renew Your Vows is one of my favorite storylines. I actually enjoyed Volume 1 more than Volume 2, where this is actually inspired from. Volume 1 had an awesome villain called Regent. I'm hoping one day we will get a Regent figure in the Marvel Legends line. We'll see. I keep asking Dan and Ryan, and so far nothing yet. But anyway, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Dan for actually gifting me this at Comic-Con. So I'm really excited because who knows when these things are going to be showing up because they're all over the UK. But anyway, looking at the box up top, we get Spider-Man 60 Amazing Years. We have a look 3D renders of the two figures, and we get a little bit of comic art in the back, which is really cool. One side we get that same comic artwork that we're seeing there, but we see the full image there. The other side we get a look at the two figures there. Looking at the back is we can see what the accessories that they're all going to come with. So different hands for Spider-Man and a Peter Parker head, Mary Jane head, and different hands for Spinneret. Now what I want to show you guys is a size comparison between the new windowless packaging and the old style packaging that we have before. So I'm going to try my best to kind of show you guys the size differences here. You're not really going to see it. But anyway, it's actually shorter than the older style packaging, and it's thinner by a little bit as well. So it's interesting, and it's super light without the plastic. It's way light. But anyway, that 2-pack, and then here you can't, I guess the angle you can't really see it, but looking at this I could still see the other 2-pack is wider and it's taller and it's thicker. So these new windowless packages are actually going to be quite a lot smaller. So not only does it save on plastic, a little less cardboard because they're smaller, and then saves all kinds of shelf space for retailers, which I'm sure they love. But anyway, let's get into it and check it out. I'm going to open it here on camera. You can see it's still sealed on both sides, so I have no idea how the paint's going to turn out. So we know poor Dan, who he had a couple of bad ones so far, but on his Spinneret figure, he's actually missing web lines on one of the shoulders. Like, that's kind of crazy and bad how that worked out. Now, ordering online, those issues are always going to come up because you don't see them. You're ordering them online, somebody's just putting them in a box and shipping them out to you. So ordering online is really not going to change that experience. Now, if you're a mint on card collector, collecting may change for you, but we shall see. But anyway, that's how the figures are right there. This is accessories for Spinneret, I guess. They were kind of right there. But that's how the figures are going to be. Empty box. And I don't mind it, but it is the what if. How are these going to turn out? So we'll put that bag there. We'll put that there. We're going to, I guess, kind of open this up here. And we're going to pull the Spinneret figure out. Let's open the paper. Let's see how she looks. And she looks really damn good. No issues at all, but goddamn, that looks like a nice figure. Holy hell. Oh man, that looks absolutely fantastic. So let's put that off to the side. We have this accessory bag here. To make sure you get everything out, we have the Mary Jane head. This looks good. No issues there. And then just hands. There's no paint on those hands, so that is not a problem at all. Let's start with Peter's accessories. See how these look. We get hands. The hands all look good. These are some thwip hands, some wall crawling hands, a fist, and a Peter Parker head sculpt, and this looks pretty good. They're utilizing the digital face print. No issues there on mine. That's good. Let's see how the Spider-Man comes out, however, because that will be the all-important, and I'm a little nervous. And there he is. And from what I can see, it's all good, baby. It's all good. No issues whatsoever. Let's get this goddamn cardboard out of the way. These stupid paper bags. And here we have our Spider-Man figure, which is awesome. He's got some big ass feet because I guess they, you know, for the toe articulation, maybe that's something they had to do. And Spinneret. And man, what an awesome 2-pack. I am really excited. Whoo-wee. Look at them. Damn, they look good. All right. It's been long enough. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to start off taking a close look at Spider-Man. And goddamn, these figures are... Oh, man, these figures are good. Looking at the web lines, all very, very clean. But man, look at the beautiful pinless elbows. At this point... Pinless shouldn't really be a big deal. Other companies have been doing it, and I get it, blah, blah, blah. But damn, it's pretty when it comes to a Spider-Man figure, because we hadn't gotten it until now. Oh, man, it just looks good. Love it. Look at all that blue instead of big-ass red circles in there. The webs look all very clean. Head sculpt looks good. The spider logo on the back looks very good. Oh, man, look at it. Oh, web lines look great everywhere. Look at that toe articulation, which I don't actually care for all that much. But it's cool that he's got it. But man, what a beautiful figure. Beautiful, beautiful figure. We're going to throw on Peter Parker head sculpt. And that looks pretty good there. The digital face print, not that there's an issue. They shine so the bright lights, the way they shine off of the eyes looks a little off. But other than that, it does look really good. Same Peter head sculpt that we had gotten before, but this one now utilizes the digital face print. We're moving on into Spinneret, and goddamn, look at that. Doesn't that look good? Man, I love it. Look at the clean web lines throughout. I don't know if that's missing a line there, if that's how they all look. If it gets too close to the white, they didn't paint it. I'd have to take a look at that. But man... still looks really, really nice. Maybe it was supposed to come all the way to the edge of the white. Either way, still looks really nice. Look at the spider logo there. Look at that head sculpt. Look at the hair. Damn, it's a good figure. If anything, though, sits too high on the neck, I would say. And it's probably more noticeable with the Unmasked Mary Jane head sculpt, and I'll show you guys that. The big ass peg holes in the back, that's something that we've seen with these figures already. Not actually sure what the reason why, just, you know, future figures they could port in something on the back or some capes or something. It's kind of weird. It's not like the worst thing, but for like here, because we're not going to get hair that's going to cover it up because her hair's up in a bun, like that kind of sucks. Looking at it, this is the new Shriek body, pinless knees, pinless double jointed elbows, by the way. Looking at the feet, web lines are all clean. They even painted like on the ankles where it gets kind of covered with this little extra flat piece there. That looks really good. That gets really thin on that cut there, man. And be careful that, you know, that doesn't rip off. So you want to make sure that you're very careful with those. But man, all clean web lines. Let's pop this head off and let's put the Mary Jane head sculpt on. And this is one that we've seen before, but this one uses the face print. And it looks good. I actually almost think that the one that wasn't the digital face print actually came out looking a little bit better. This one's good. She's just got like super bright blue eyes. But it's good. But you see how her hair, it should sit a little bit lower so the hair is actually like resting on the body. But we don't get that because, again, the head sits, you know, really high on the neck, which is unfortunate. But I'm not going to be displaying it with this head sculpt anyway. Maybe that neck is just a little too big. She's going to be using this head sculpt all day long because goddamn, look at that. Doesn't that look good? But anyway, so out of the package we got a thwip hand and a fist. We do get the alternate thwip hand and fist for Spinneret, and then we also get wall crawling hands. I would say these are not like the standard like flayed out hands that we get for female figures. These are like true like wall crawling expressive hands here, which is awesome, because we do not usually get that. Spider-Man was kind of the opposite, thwip hand, fist. We do get the opposite thwip hand and fist as well. And then, luck would have it, we get all the hands. Here we have the wall crawling hands for Spider-Man. So we got it all. Now let's see how these guys move around. Okay, so Spider-Man can do whatever a spider can. Anyway, the head sculpt, one thing I don't like about this one though, this ultimate like articulated Spider-Man. I don't like the dumbbell joint neck. I prefer the hinge because you can get him to look hot up and down a lot more. Now they put the cut in the back of the neck, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So looking up, he's only going to look that much. But if you want to get him in certain like wall crawling poses, he's not going to get his head back far enough. That kind of sucks. Looking down, I guess looking down isn't terrible, but yeah, looking down isn't terrible, but it's the looking up that I wish we can get a little bit more. Full rotation, of course, all kinds of head pivot. When we get the dumbbell joints, it works out really well. Shoulder goes up that high, which is great. Full rotation in there, of course. We get the butterfly, so let's force that butterfly back. We can go back so much there. See, coming forward, we get some crossbody, not a whole lot, but we do get some, as you could see there. Upper bicep swivel in there. Beautiful, beautiful double jointed elbows that give us that much bend there at the elbow. No pins, no red dots there on the arms. It's awesome. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge. As you can see there, we get the horizontal hinge. We have the upper diaphragm cut, so he can pivot to his left that much. He can pivot to his right that much. You can go back on that diaphragm quite a bit. You can come forward a little bit, not a whole lot. You can get some twist in that diaphragm cut as well. We have the inverted ab crunch, so we can crunch down forward, and then using the ab, he can crunch down that much in total. Going back is going to be a super insane amount, as you can see there, and it's not too bad as far as the gappage or anything like that. Painted all the way down, so it's nice and clean, nothing to worry about there. There's no waist swivel, but that is what the diaphragm cut is for. You could swivel up at the top. Legs, like, do we have the drop down? We do still have the drop down, as you could see there. So you can get the legs to go that far apart. You can kick forward that high. We can go back a little bit. Upper thigh cut in there. Beautiful double jointed knees on this, guys. Gives you that much bend there. Calf swivel, as you can see there. Foot hinges all the way down. We had some hinge going up. Ankle pivot, and wait, there's more. Toe articulation, so you can get the toe up that high, and you can kind of curl in just a little bit. You really don't want to force it, and that's cool because these are also pinless. I think like figure arts and stuff, you could see a metal pin on the sides. There's no pin when it comes to this articulation as well, so that is awesome. Super articulated Spider-Man, and he is looking really damn nice. Next, we move on into Spinneret. Here we go with Spinneret. So if you have the Shriek figure, you know what to expect. So there's not going to be anything new there or anything. She can't look up that much because she's on the disc hinge. But again, there's so much gappage and everything in the neck because it just sits so high up there, the way the ball joint is and the way the head is. It's just too bad. Too long of a neck. She can't look down that much, which is great, but then it looks like she's really breaking her neck. So you want to be careful with that. Arms go out that much and go up a little bit, as you can see. You get a full rotation in there. Upper bicep swivel, which we don't get on a lot of female figures, but now with the double joints on the elbows, we can. Which, again, pinless double jointed elbows on a female figure gives you that much bend at that elbow, which is beautiful. Wrists swivel, and they do have the standard horizontal hinge there. Diaphragm cut on the female figure seems to always and still forever be the thing, so she can pivot to her left that much. She can pivot to her right that much. Going back is a fair amount. Look at that. That is pretty good. You see a little bit of gappage when you start pulling it back a little too far. Coming forward, though, not a whole lot. Very, very little. And then we get the swivel at the diaphragm cut because there is no waist swivel on female figures. Female figures do not get a drop down. Legs go out that far apart. She can kick forward that far, which is really high. Can go back a little bit, as you can see there. Upper thigh cut in there. We get a double jointed knee, which looks beautiful because it is pinless. There, no calf swivel or anything like that, but foot hinges down, foot hinges up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. But again, these things here at the ankle are really thin. Be careful, you don't want those to tear or rip. So again, be very careful with those. But yeah, really good movement there. But this Spider-Man, he does have peg holes at the bottom of the feet. I don't think I mentioned that. But these figures, real quick as I just stand them up, man, what a beautiful, awesome 2-pack. just looking really damn good together. Okay, side-by-side comparison with our two ultimate, ultimate, super articulated Spider-Man. I lost the words there. And you can see that there is a big difference in the reds and the blues. Brighter blue, darker red, brighter red. This one looks better in my opinion. This one, as good as it looked before, now doesn't look so good. The web lines, over the red really darkens it up because the webs are kind of close together, whereas the pattern on the new Spider-Man kind of spaces out the line. So you actually probably get a lot less line work on this one, which kind of keeps the red looking a little bit brighter. It ends up looking a little bit cleaner as well. There is a height difference, as you can see. This Spider-Man is a lot shorter than this one, and that's going to be because we get the new legs. So the pinless legs makes a big difference in the height of the Spider-Mans. Different head sculpts as well. I like the bigger eyes compared to the smaller eyes. That's just me. I think the shape of it works a little bit better. You get kind of a big jawline, whereas on the old one you didn't quite get that as much, but I like the newer one quite a bit more. But that's going to be the big difference there. Different arms, so the arm length might be a little bit different, and then different legs, different toes, of course, because this one, you know, the new one has the articulated toes. So there is the big difference between the two. This one is definitely the winner in my book. But you guys let me know down in the comments below. But it's going to be all like a mix and match, right? Brighter blue, darker red, brighter red. Can we get this blue with this red? I'm sure that will be a figure somewhere down the line. No doubt in my mind. Okay, so just trying to have some fun when we talk about getting use out of like the toe articulation and stuff. You know, you can get it to where he would actually look like he's crawling up a wall and things like that. I'm trying to get in some other poses. I'm not the best at posing, but hopefully I can give you a good side-by-side comparison of where the toes are really going to come in handy when comparing to the previous version that didn't have toe articulation. So let's see what I could do. Okay, so right here is an example of one that you could do with this new Spider-Man that this one's not really going to be able to work out so well because that toe, you can't get it to really lie flat and do certain things. You would almost have to just, you know, kind of do it like that. And it would look quite a bit funky. But one thing that this Spider-Man does have, he can definitely look straight out a little bit more than this Spider-Man, it seems, or at least at the angle. So that's unfortunate, but that's a pretty good one, I think. I think I could pull that off. Or I think I did pull that off. Kinda, a little bit. And of course there is this pose here, which let me get a better look at this one that you would not be able to do without the toe articulation. So again, this Spider-Man is everything you want it to be. But here's the kicker. I get it from a collector standpoint. Why does it have to be in a 2-pack? I don't know. It just is. Will it get a single release somewhere down the line? There's no doubt in my mind that it will. It just happens to be that its first initial release is in a 2-pack. I think that cuts the cost down because, you know, the Spinneret, as awesome as it is, it's reusing an existing body mold in the Shriek body mold. So it does cut down on the cost. Now, a lot of these pieces are reused. Again, of course, in the Spider-Man, we get new arms, new legs, and new toes, but some of the other pieces have been used before, so it's just kind of one of those cost breakdown things. I've no doubt in my mind we will see a single release somewhere down the line. When, where, how, don't know. But this is an awesome 2-pack that I think you guys should pick up anyway. Regardless, it is just really, really damn nice. Like, I mean, how, like, why would you want to even like pass it up? It is just too damn good. And I'm loving it, loving every bit of this 2-pack. I just really, really am. And I'm gonna try and throw in Spinneret in here, but forgive me because I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, but that would be cool if I could get her to stand. I got to work on my posing and photography game quite a bit, right? But anyway, it's an awesome 2-pack that I think you guys should pick up. Hopefully you've pre-ordered it in places if you haven't yet. I'll have some links in the video description below, but you know, chances are they're not going to get as fulfilled as quickly as those that pre-ordered at the very beginning. But I do think that this 2-pack is well worth it. Renew Your Vows is awesome. Dan, Ryan, Dwight, whoever's watching this video, if you guys work for Hasbro, please give us a Regent Build-A-Figure or deluxe figure or any figure of Regent. I would really, really appreciate it. So check out the Renew Your Vows book. I think it's awesome. I really liked it. But yeah. And then, of course, I forgot to mention they did not include her daughter and make it a 3-pack. I'm sure they'll release her somewhere down the line. Hopefully, at least. But awesome 2-pack. You guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of the Spider-Man? What do you think of the Spinneret? Are you picking up this 2-pack? Did you read Renew Your Vows? What did you think of Regent? Do you think we need a figure? Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.